سر سٹارٹ ہو گئی، بسم اللہ کریں.
بسم اللہ الرحمن الرحیم. السلام علیکم. رمضان مبارک. آج میں سب کو ایک دعا سبھی کو بھیج رہا ہوں کہ رمضان مبارک کے دن گریٹنگس کے طور پہ کہ یا اللہ ہمیں ان لوگوں میں شامل کر دو جو ایمان پر یقین رکھتے ہیں، اللہ پر یقین رکھتے ہیں اور آخرت پر یقین رکھتے ہیں اور خرچ کرتے ہیں اللہ کے راہ میں، ہر تنگی میں اور ہر خوشحالی میں، اور اپنے غصے پہ کنٹرول رکھتے ہیں اور لوگوں کو معاف کرتے رہتے ہیں. ان کو اللہ تعالیٰ کہتے ہیں محسنین. تو سب کے لیے میری دعا ہے کہ اللہ تعالیٰ ہم سب کو ان لوگوں میں شامل کر دیں. چلیں سبجیکٹ کی طرف آتے ہیں. ہم ٹاپکس کیا اسٹڈی کر رہے ہیں؟ اسلامک اکنامکس. کیوں؟
سر یہ وہی سبجیکٹ ہے جو ایک مرتبہ نے پڑھایا تھا، ٹاپک ان اسلامک اکنامکس.
بالکل صحیح ہے. میں سوال اسٹوڈنٹ سے پوچھ رہا ہوں، آپ سے نہیں.
اچھا سوری.
جی کوئی نہیں، تو ٹھیک ہے. کیا اس لیے اسلامک اکنامکس کا کورس سیکھ رہے ہیں اور پڑھ رہے ہیں اور آئے ہیں کہ اکنامکس انکمپلیٹ ہے یا کیا؟ یہ کبھی سوچا ہے آپ نے کہ کیوں یہ کورس کر رہے ہیں؟ مقصد کیا ہے اس کورس کا؟ مقصد کیا ہے؟
جو بیانڈ دا مارکیٹ جو ایکٹیویٹیز ہے وہ ہم کور کر سکے جو کہ کنونشنل اکنامکس کور نہیں کر سکتا.
چلیں دیکھتے ہیں اس کو کہ میرا کیا بھی ہے. جو اسٹوڈنٹس کو میں ایڈریس کر رہا ہوں ایم فل اور پی ایچ ڈی کے اسٹوڈنٹس ہیں. You are already master of economics. Is that true? As a master of economics, you know the philosophy of economics, the paradigm of economics that you already studied. Everything, you are master of this subject or of this science. You are now students of philosophy of economics, master philosophy or PhD, philosophy doctorate of economics. As MPhil PhD student, you now look at the philosophy, at the paradigm of economics. If you are here to learn that is economics incomplete, do we want to know another economics? So then here you start. So what is the paradigm or what is the science is addressing? And you want to see if there is anything missing, anything to be added, or anything to be replaced or removed or whatever with respect to this subject that for which you are now doing MPhil or a PhD. You should listen all lectures that Dr. Anwar Shah is giving you with this perspective. What is new in economics? Is it not the same economics? Does it not have the same objective, same perspective, same theme, same philosophy, same method of studying economics, the human behavior? Is it not the same? No, there is no separate science or philosophy to be called Islamic economics yet. What you are discussing in this course is only economic principles of Islam. So first you should know what is science, and if it is science, then how it is science, and if it is not science, then what it is. Economics is a social science. And what is social science? It is philosophy, a basic thought. For what? For humanity or what? What is it about? What is it explaining? Second thing about science is that what is its methodology? A science is based on observation, data to prove to the theory of economics, to the science of economics. With these two aspects of science, why are you here? Trying to discover a new science with respect to philosophy or with respect to methodology? If this is not your objective, but only to fulfill your degree requirement, then you do not need me. Dr. Anwar is doing a good job. I would like to say bye-bye. But if you are here with interest to know what is new in economic principles of Islam, so that you can introduce a new science or improve existing science by changing methodology, if that is your purpose, then I am here to compliment Dr. Anwar for 10 minutes along with Dr. Anwar's lecture. Today I will do it 10-15 minutes before he started the lecture, but later on I will speak only 10 or 15 minutes as soon as he finishes his lecture. Dr. Anwar, you tell me why your students are here. If they are here with interest to know what is new in economic principles of Islam, then in every lecture I will tell you about how the economic problems of economics should be understood in relation to the science of economics and methodology to apply in a Muslim economy. So I assume that your students are here for this purpose because they want to do PhD or MPhil, and they have to discover or to explain something new. Now I start this from why doing PhD or MPhil economics and why to make Islamic economics as a source for it. What economic principles of Islam can guide you to find something new in the theory of economics? I will focus on explaining why the principles of Quran and Sunnah make us rethink economics as a science and its method of application in economy. So this is what I will try. And discussing it, if economics in Quran and Sunnah is really the start to write a thesis for PhD, then the economic thinking in Quran and Sunnah is the best starting point for PhD in economics. PhD in economics, not Islamic economics, not the point. That I want you to listen to find a new way or new path for economics. It is possible that in this process, you may discover a new economics that may be called Islamic economics or some other name. So I will not talk on explaining science of economics, that you must know. But I will talk about principles of economics in the Quran and Sunnah, not science of economics. But my subject in the background is science of economics. You will listen and try to understand in the perspective that you know economics and see what is missing, what is wrong, or whatever. Hoping that your thesis may lead the world to think science of economics with principles of nature that are described in Quran and Sunnah, and then economics will automatically become Islamic economics without calling it Islamic economics. So this effort is need for humanity. Why we want to change economics? You are doing MPhil and a student of economics. You must already know what was your purpose to contribute to science of economics. But when you are listening to me and attending this course, then I ask you that make it a need for humanity. That economic principle of Quran and Sunnah are need of humanity, but economics does not relate to humanity. This is your thesis. This is my thesis, and this is, if you are here, this should be your thesis. Whether you agree with it or not, that is another thing. But that is your thesis. There are several economic problems currently being faced by the world in general, and by focusing their economy with the objective of full employment paradigm, prosperity and poverty. Prosperity and poverty are growing side by side all over the world, despite achieving full employment. The economists define it that full employment is the focus. If that is only the focus, and the prosperity at national level is the focus, then why prosperity and poverty are growing side by side? Why economics is not helping human beings who are unable to prosper? And all over the world now, we want to know, we like to know why hunger, poverty, and inequality keep growing along with growing global prosperity. Why developing countries cannot develop? Why only a few are becoming richer and richer, but non-rich remain non-rich, poor remain poor, generation to generation? Economics doesn't have anything for them, then why the economics exist if it does not reflect humanity? Why most families in every market economy continue to remain wage slaved? Imagine how many people here in our country or any country who live on wages, not on business, not on profit. Every science is for humanity, but economics is not for humanity. Then what is economics, science of economics for? What is economics for, science of economics for? What economics, anything relating to production, economics is only relating to production and consumption of wealth. Consider yourself after doing MS in economics or MBA or finance or everything, why you still look for a job, not for business, not to become entrepreneur? Why economics does not tell you how to become rich, how to become entrepreneur? Tomorrow we will discuss why economics is not for humanity and how economic principles can be used to make economics a science for humanity. What is missing in human behavior? We'll discuss this. You will think, or I should think, or everybody should think, in economics there is no compassion. Economics depends on market, and market is cruel. You should all know that. It takes resources from where they are productive, from where they are unproductive or less productive, to where they are more productive. But more productivity depends on research. More productivity cannot be shown by poor as much as rich show. Why? What is missing in the institutional framework for sharing prosperity? Economics does not discuss institution. There is only one institution, market, and it is assumed to exist. Economics then only consider how market can be most efficient. But otherwise, economics is not discussed under economics. Why economics is not science for humanity? Can economic principle of Islam make economics and economy to be understood for humanity without being Muslim, for the sake of humanity? This will be your focus. Science, economics says should be for humanity. And does Islam economic principles tell you to make economics as a science for humanity or not? Is the economics that you will understand from Quran and Sunnah, is that economics is only for Muslim countries and for Muslims only, or it is for any country even with non-Muslim? This should be the perspective, your perspective in this course that you are studying with Dr. Anwar Shahzad. This we will discuss. We will start from this point tomorrow, and I will take 10 or 15 minutes after Dr. Anwar has finished his own lecture. Thank you. Let me see here some questions if the students have, or even Dr. Anwar Shah has.
سر جو ابھی سمپل اگر میں سمرائز کر دوں تو سر یو وانٹ ٹو سے جو کرنٹ اکنامکس ہے اس میں ہیومنسٹک اسپیکٹ نہیں ہے اور اس میں یہ پوٹینشیل بھی نہیں ہے. تو جو اسلامک اکنامکس ہے وہ اکنامکس سائنس آف اکنامکس کو ہیومنسٹک بناتا ہے، مسلم کے لیے نہیں بلکہ سارے دنیا کے لیے.
جی
یہی سر فوکس.
بالکل صحیح ہے، اور یہی ہم نے ڈسکس اسٹارٹ اس سے کرنا ہے کہ کیا واقعی یہ صحیح ہے. یہ تو آپ نے کہہ دیا اور میں نے کہہ دیا، بتا دیا کہ ہم یہ کر رہے ہیں، اور ہم نے اسے پہلے لاجیکلی پروو کرنا ہے. مطلب
ہے کہ اسی کلیم کی ایویڈنس دینے.
جی، اسی کلیم کی ایویڈنس یا آرگومنٹ یا فلسفی یا جو بھی چیز ہے وہ ہم نے اس سے سمجھانی ہے.
ٹھیک ہے سر. جی اسٹوڈنٹ کا کوئی کوشچن ہے تو پوچھ لیں، ادروائز جو ہے نا ریکارڈنگ میں سٹاپ کر رہا ہوں، پھر سر نے جا کے پھر میں نے لیکچر شروع کرنا. اسٹوڈنٹ کی طرف سے کوئی کوشچن؟
میں اس لیکچر میں ہو سکتا ہوں آپ کے سامنے لیکچر میں.
ہاں سر، کیوں نہیں سر، آپ کے چیپٹر 5 پڑھا رہا ہوں.
ڈال دیجیے گا، میں کچھ بولوں گا نہیں اس میں، سے دیکھنا چاہتا ہوں کہ ان کو کیا اور کچھ کیا بتانا.
بس آپ ادھر ہی رہیں سر، میں اسٹاپ کر رہا ہوں آپ کا تاکہ وہ یوٹیوب پر ڈالیں.
اسٹوڈنٹ کے
باقی میں
پاس اور کوئی نہیں ہے اسٹوڈنٹ کے پاس کوئی کوسچن
درمیان میں کر لیں گے سر ابھی.
اچھا خیر، ہو سکتا میں نہیں بولوں گا، میں صرف آپ کو بولنے دوں گا. ٹھیک ہے.